Mugdha, you were recently honored with the Women Power and Health Tech Award. Could you share your journey with us, particularly the challenges you faced in securing financing?
Sure, Sonal, and thank you for such a lovely intro. And thank you for understanding like the vision itself that I'm here with. So that
Absolutely.
Women Power and Health Tech Award, I mean, it came out of the blue, and I was pleasantly surprised. But specifically answering your question around financing, now I come from a non-entrepreneurial family. No one in my family has ever even like tried true business. Everyone, like my grandfather worked in the same organization for 40 years until he retired. Dad, uncles maybe switched 2 or 3 jobs, but everyone was always, very job oriented. And uh, when I decided to start something like this in 2017, like 2019, when I was a solopreneur, I didn't know what I was doing. I just basically was responding to the world's needs. People were saying, oh, someone, please help me with my health. And here I was with the knowledge and the skills, and I was doing that. Um, the fact that I'm an entrepreneur dawned on me in 2019 when my first investor, who became the first investor, he was a client at first, and then when we were
Okay.
doing work with his health, he says like, what is it that you want to do? One of our review calls, and I just said, well, I don't know. I just want to heal the world, starting with at least 1 million people. And then he was like, do you realize you can't do that on your own? And I was like, yeah, but who's in a hurry? Like, it's over, like marriage is over, everything else is done. So I'm here with just this one thing to do. And he was the first one who said that, okay, if you're interested in scaling this and building this and going beyond just being like this one person wandering around India and everywhere else, if you want to do this properly, I can come on board as
Uh-huh.
an investor. And
Wow.
yeah, like I wasn't even looking. So a lot of times people ask me this, like it's a very unique business model. It's very service oriented. How did you get your funding for it? And it literally came from like samne se. Someone's asking me that I'm open to investing if you
That's
choose to make this a
fantastic.
company.
Because most of the startup founders face that as a challenge. कि
Yeah,
idea होता है but पैसा नहीं होता है. But here it was ulta. I think we had an
उल्टा.
investor
So
and we were
उनका
trying to
एक
build
ही
that.
एक ही कंडीशन था कि you'll stop wandering around like a nomad and you'll find a place from where you'll set up an office and build it from there. So that's when I first realized, oh, I think I'm like a startup founder and an entrepreneur. So the first round of financing came very easy, though in retrospect, I mean, I love my first investor for showing that belief in me and getting this thing going.
Very important.
I don't think I had the right negotiation skills. I don't think I understood how much equity to give away and how much to keep. Because there was no training on that. There was no orientation. Somebody was like, "Just here, I'll put in 100K, and this is what I want in exchange." And I was like, "Okay, like here's money to build the company." Now, when I speak to other like tech founders and a lot of them, and they're like, "Don't you think you diluted too early?" So that
Hmm.
knowledge was missing because I didn't have anyone to train me about it. And even when we raised the second round of funding, by then I had a team. So I had Avinash who had come on board as a co-founder, and then he kind of takes care of operations. So little bit smarter I'd become in terms of receiving funding versus how much equity to give away. So the
Dilute,
second round was,
valuation.
yeah, there was a little more
Yeah.
negotiation there, and that took a little longer. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm willing to put in money. All that you have to do is just like stop wandering around and let's create a company. So the first two rounds were relatively easy, and then in 2022, when we started thinking of the third round, which would have been a larger number, it was also when funding winter had kind of set in India. It was a really hard time for a lot of startups and
Right.
founders.
Right. Right. Right.
And then the difficulty in terms of how much equity to kind of, because already initially it seemed like it had been diluted, now it's been corrected. Um, and then like this question started coming in, but like you don't have an app yet, or it seems like this is not a serviceable market, and there are so all of
The
those
tech is
questions.
not involved.
Yeah, so those kind of questions started coming in, and so along with the funding winter, a lot of disbelief in the company's ability to sustain and grow itself came in 2022 from the outside world. I have never had doubts about iThrive's capacity to grow. So there it became difficult to the point of people telling me. So we have 3 revenue generating verticals, for example, and then I would have these investors whom we'd be pitching to, saying that, oh, but you spread yourself too thin. This entire thing is going to collapse and burn because you have 3 verticals and you're never going to be able to do it. So those were the difficulties truly in securing finance, where it felt, and often I would feel that like, not that I've experienced too much gender disparity. I really haven't. Like, I've been taken seriously for the work I do, but I sometimes feel that
Okay.
maybe there is a tendency to give unnecessary business advice because there's a woman sitting at the other end.
Uh,
So, so, and I'm
True.
just being like absolutely radically honest, right? So it's like no one's asking for how to run this business. Do you find it viable? Invest in it, and
Invest,
yeah,
otherwise don't.
and it's growing. I mean, it's grown year on year, 3x, 3x, 3x. It's grown year on year, right? So it's a high growth business. It's been showing consistent growth in numbers. In fact, unit economics wise, we are doing much better than some of the bigger valued companies. So,
Absolutely.
so when I started taking that stand in 2022 and 2023, that's when I experienced a certain degree of resistance from investors. So I decided to say that, okay, I know what this company is about. I know who are the kind of investors I want on board, the ones who believe in the vision, the ones who are willing to wait, not the ones who are looking for a quick exit. And it got a little difficult in 2023 because of that. But now we have a greater depth of clarity in terms of what we want as finance. And the focus has always been on being self-sustainable and, like, making enough money ki naiya doob na jaye. And that has been going well.
That has been taken care. So I
Yeah.
think now it's a growth stage.
Yeah.
No, absolutely wonderful. And the very impressive thing is that probably initial investor was there, so that gives some confidence to a
Yeah.
startup founder कि हाँ चल जाएगा.
Correct.
And the time you reach your second stage of funding, you're groomed enough. तो वो अपने आप थोड़ा सा समझ आ जाती है कि वैल्यूएशन करानी है, कितना डाइल्यूशन
Right.
करना है. So you groom up well by that time, and I think you guys have been growing pretty well, and I think the new round of funding that you're looking at right now, I think that should be a good strategic move for you guys to move on.